And now it's time for our fan favorite portion of the show, This Week in History, trivia style. You got 7 questions. That's it. The goal is to go 7 for 7. If you go 7 for 7, I'm telling you right now, you're going to feel better. It's going to make you feel good. Because even though the questions are all multiple choice, and even though they are set to medium difficulty, going 7 for 7 has proven difficult in the previous year. Let's see if 2026 is going to be a little different. Question number 1. On January 4th, 1958, which satellite became the first successfully launched by the United States? Was it Sputnik 1, Explorer 1, Vanguard TV3, or Telstar? January 4th, 1958, which satellite became the first successfully launched by the United States? Sputnik 1, Explorer 1, Vanguard TV3, or Telstar? Now, James is popping in with Explorer 1. I am coming over to TikTok to get Mother's answer. If Mother decides to answer, I'm going to get his answer. So James is there with Explorer 1. And wow, the delay is a little bit longer than I was expecting. He has chosen not to answer. He has me on as background noise while he does other things. Robert goes with Telstar. Jessica goes with Explorer. Telstar was super important, so I think it was a later big Comstat. All right. Those of you who said Explorer 1, I tend to agree with you. But Vanguard TV3 sounds like it should be, right? But it's not. And Telstar sounds muy importante, but it's not. And Explorer 1 feels like something we sent very, very far. But, you know, Sputnik didn't have 1 in front of it. It was just Sputnik. So I don't know. I'm going to go with Explorer 1, and I might ruin my weekend right off the bat. Right off the bat with the very first question. Question number 2. On January 5th, 1933, which structure officially opened in San Francisco Bay? January 5th, 1933, what structure officially opened in San Francisco Bay? Was it the Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, which you can abbreviate? You don't have to spell all that. You could just put AFB. AFP, if you just want to put AFP. Was it the Golden Gate Bridge? Was it the Bay Bridge? Or was it Coit Tower? First answer is from James. He says Golden Gate Bridge. Popping over to TikTok to see if Mother's paying attention. He still is not. I think my dog is agitated by something. Robert's going to go with the Golden Gate Bridge. And while we wait for Jessica's answer, I'm going to tell you something really cool. The guy who designed that bridge, he also designed the same styled bridge in Lisbon, Portugal. And it's easier to get pictures of the Lisbon Bridge than it is the San Francisco Bridge because you don't have to go to San Francisco. Ending on how those jumped off regretted it. Yes. Golden Gate Bridge. All right, so you 3 are going to go with Golden Gate Bridge. You did a show not long ago about self-ending and how all those that jumped off regretted it. All those who survived said the moment their hands left the railing, they instantly regretted it. I did talk about that. But I read the question to you. I emphasized a word in it, and I'm going to use that as a clue. I'm going to go with Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary. Final answer. Oh, by the way, if you ever find yourself on a game show and you want to call a friend, call me. I know things. I might not be right. I may be crazy. Question number 3. On January 6, 1912, which U.S. state was admitted as the 47th state? God knows we have gone back and forth between 49 and 50 so many times. The answer is not Greenland. Before any of you try to throw that out, it's not Greenland. January 6, 1912, what U.S. state was admitted as the 47th state? It's my favorite state. Was it New Mexico, Arizona, Oklahoma, or Utah? What state was the 47th state? New Mexico, Arizona, Oklahoma, or Utah? Keep reaching out. I am not typing the answer into Google to find out what it is, just so you know. I'm reaching out to you. What are you doing? You aren't listening. LOL is the message that I send to my friend Mother over there on TikTok. Your answers are coming in. James says Arizona. Jessica says Arizona, as if they both know something I don't know. Robert says Arizona. Wow. 3 people think it's Arizona. I want to agree. It's just. Oh yeah. Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California. The farther, I agree. I think we're all right. I think Arizona is the answer. Question number 4. On January 7th, 1979, which country's leaders were overthrown, leading to a major revolution that year? January 7th, 1979, which country's leader was overthrown, leading to major revolution later that year? I'm not going to give you the multiple choice just yet. I'm going to allow you to try to answer that one without me giving you the multiple choice. It's a surprise, non-multiple choice option question. Temporarily. James pops in with Iran. Iran so far away. And no one else wants to take the bait. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it Grande? Robert went with Grande. Was it Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, or Libya? Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Libya. 1979, big deal, major revolution, country overthrown. Mother, are you listening? Mother, are you listening to the things that I say? Waiting on Jessica. Granada was in 1983. And you don't know anything about that other than what you've seen in the movie Heartbreak Ridge. And it was not a revolution. We took them. Robert goes with Libya. Still waiting on Jessica. And she says Libya. Okay. I know the answer. And I hate saying it because that would mean James is right. It is Iran. Of course, we're going to verify together all of the answers at the end. Right now, I'm telling you I know the answer because I know the answer, but I haven't verified the answer. I've been screwed by AI in the past where it's like, no, that wasn't correct. Yes, it was correct, AI. I've proved AI to be wrong. On January 8th, 1935, which rock and roll legend was born in Tupelo, Mississippi? A second opportunity to answer the question before I give you the multiple choice answer. January 8th, 1935. Which rock and roll legend was born in Tupelo, Mississippi? James pops in with Chuck Berry, which is one of the multiple choice options. I myself did not know this until I performed at a club in Tupelo, Mississippi, where I learned it's a big deal in Tupelo who was born there. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it Johnny Cash? Was it Chuck Berry? Was it Elvis Presley? Or was it Jerry Lee Lewis? Which one was born on January 8th, 1935 in Tupelo, Mississippi? Robert's going to go with Chuck Berry. I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. My ding-a-ling, my ding-a-ling. And Jessica? What is going on with her internet? Did you throttle her internet, James? Because she told you to stop picking on me, and you throttled her internet so she can't participate in a timely fashion? No change in your answer, dude. We're not going to wait on Jessica's answer because I am freezing. Moving on. Question number 6. On January 9th, 2007, which tech CEO introduced the first iPhone? Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, or Larry Page? Jessica finally pops in. She's going with Johnny Cash. January 9th, 2007, which tech CEO introduced the first iPhone? Was it Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jeff Bezos, or Larry Page? Taney goes with Jobs. Popping over to the TikTok while I wait for your answers to arrive. And I'll tell you when Jobs pops up on TikTok. Just did. It just did. That's a delay. A delay on top of a delay. There's so many delays. Jessica goes with Jobs. Roberto? What you got there, Roberto? He moved to New Orleans and changed his name to Roberto. Not waiting. Billy Bob Thornton. Jobs. No, it was Ashton Kutcher. Jobs. Yeah, I agree. Jobs. Question number 7. Final question of the week. On January 10th, 1920, what international organization officially came into existence? January 10th, 1920, what international organization officially came into existence? Was it the United Nations, NATO, the League of Nations, or the Red Cross? That is not medium difficulty. That is a bit of a challenge. That is a question where either you know it or you do not know it. January 10th, 1920, which organization officially came into existence? I have my answer. Oh, I didn't give you options. Sorry. That's not correct, Robert, but that's funny. United Nations, NATO, the League of Nations, or the Red Cross? Jessica pops in with Red Cross. James pops in with Red Cross. Robert pops in with NATO. I believe, for some reason, it's the Red Cross. 1-10-20. I don't know why that sticks in my brain, but it's probably a wrong answer I've made in the past. It had to be Red Cross. Okay. 1-10-20. Answers, please. I type into the Google box. And here we go. Here are your answers. You keep your own score. If you gave an answer and then took it back, that doesn't count. Put an asterisk. That is not a true 7 for 7. Okay? Your first answer that you typed into the screen is the answer that counts when you're keeping your own score. Question number 1. For those who said Explorer 1, you were correct. Question number 2, for me and me only, it was Alcatraz. Because if you remember, and I emphasized it when I read the question, it said in San Francisco Bay. In. Question number 3 was Arizona. Question number 4, Iran. Question number 5 was Elvis Presley. Yes, he's a big deal in Tupelo, Mississippi. Question number 6 was Steve Jobs. And Question number 7, League of Nations. I went 6 for 7. I'm happy, okay? I really wanted to go 7 for 7. I really wanted to go 7 for 7, but alas, poor York, it did not happen. And that's that. That is a supplemental to completion. I am glad I wasn't looking at this screen the entire time because I have nothing showing. I've heard I've got great sound. Everything's great, but there's nothing on the audio mixer where I should be seeing things bumping up and down, and that would have drove me nuts. So I'm glad I didn't see that. It's rigged. We're all losers. Get over your crap. Okay, all right. World War I, Claire Barton had to be Red Cross. Wrong. You are wrong. So wrong. You should... we're going to rename Arizona. 47, it's important to me. They can either give it to me or I'm going to take it. All right. We're wrapping it up. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I look forward to my Sunday mornings with my favorite people. It's a good time. So I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you are a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Bruce sends her love. Next episode of the Lunsby Show will be posted when I post it. So there. Lunsby.